Welcome everybody to Rogue Legacy 2. Rogue Legacy 2 is a roguelike Metroidvania game with a heavy focus on meta progression with tons of classes and just tons of fun to be had. The basic premise of the game is you start off as one knight, and over time you have babies, and those babies enter the same dungeon as you, all going to your same fate to try to earn some cash. Each class has different attacks and abilities. You can see here we have a mage, Valkyrie, and knight, and on top of that, every class can have traits, such as this guy with a Puritan and Antique. Now, if you've never had a trait before, you'll not be able to see what it does, but the second you see it, bam, you can see what it does. And while I'm not a huge fan of the mage does have a 25% gold boost, because gold is everything, we're going to pick the mage. As I said, gold is everything. There is so much you can buy with your gold, and we're probably just going to dump it into damage, because damage is everything after all. Well, we can't afford any more damage, so we'll do weapon dexterity for more crits, and then we'll move on. Alright, we spawn in and we're in the castle. This is sacrifice number, like, I don't know, 10 or something. We got a man sitting here. What you want? Sorry, the next in line to sign the contract. Everything in the name of duty, I presume. Never stop to think of what you might be losing. Well, if you're looking for treasure, you'll have to find the king's children first. Can't get through these doors otherwise. I've tried. Basically, beat the bosses, go in there, get some money, right? All this is about money. One quick tip, I would highly recommend you play using controller. I am not because I didn't want to find my controller, but yeah, I would very highly recommend it. So I do have a little bit of experience in this game. A, I played Rogue Legacy 1 a while back, like a while back. And B, I played Rogue Legacy 2 on release. Back when it released, there was like actually no content, but now we're here in the full 1.0 update. So the dungeon is full of traps and other stuff. You see here we have traps. I'm very scared of the traps because they hurt. I am gonna die and I'm very scared. Perfect. Chests are everything. Chests have the most money in the game. If you find chests, you're gaining money. There are also places with lore and stuff. Listen, this isn't the type of video where I'm going to go over every single reading thing, or else that would take up half the video. If you want to know more about the lore and everything, I do highly suggest that you just pick up the game and play it for yourself. It's on sale right now for $5 off. Ooh, okay, so we got hit. Now, what I'm noticing is when we get hit, we're not taking damage. I'm going to assume one of our traits means we can't see missing health, because if there's one thing I know about this game is that getting hit does hurt you. Another big tip with this game is exiting and entering rooms will reset enemy spawn points. Let's say you walk in this room and this guy shoots you. You can kind of just leave and try again for a better start to find an entryway into the level. Oh, okay. And there was our first actual damage. I don't know what happened with the rest of our damage, but our health bar is going down, so that's that. And another little rule, break everything. Everything you break can drop money, so you gotta go for all of it, or else what'd you sacrifice your life for? Rogue Legacy 2 isn't the type of game that you're gonna head into first try and beat the dungeon and beat the entire game. There is progression in everything that you have to do. To access new levels, you will need to get permanent upgrades, etc., etc. Now, if you are interested in... Oh, there's a big... Get down there, please. Now, you also do start with a magic spell with every character, not even just the mage. The mage is just the best with his mana. When you hit people like that, you see him recovering mana from them. So you do start with his magic spell. Everyone starts with a different magic spell. It's randomized. It isn't character specific. The magic spell, it's typically pretty good, and the mage even starts at 2, my F button and my right click button. I don't know. I tend to not use them too much, but then again, I also never play mage, so maybe that's why. I will say mage is probably one of my least favorite characters. There's nothing inherently... Oh my... Go away from me. There's nothing inherently wrong with mage. I'm sure there's people that like the mage, and there are some really powerful spells, so if you get a good spell with the mage, you're probably sitting pretty, but I don't know. I don't like the attack style of the mage. It just doesn't suit me. And look at that big sack of money with our 25% gold multiplier. That's 125 gold. We are going to be rich after this. This is one of those rooms that we killed the first guy, and now I'm just going to leave, and we'll flamethrower the second guy. It's a good strategy. It's definitely not cheap. Don't worry about it. Oh, don't jump into the eyeballs, bro. Now, also, in case you're wondering why everything's censored, that's just the trait that my character started with. I realized I never really said that, so, yeah, that's why that's happening. There's a lot of flame locks in this room, and the bony boy. We're just gonna leave. Some rooms are not worth it. So on top of that, you can find these little crates that have other weapons in it. So I'm not actually sure what weapon this is. It's from someone. Only ground attacks generate mana. Ground attacks always skill crit. Oh, okay. So now we're a mage with a war axe. That's definitely an interesting combination. I didn't know these could replace your primary. I thought they could only replace your secondary. Now, war axe is a really good weapon in my opinion. So I'm not too upset. But typically when you have the war axe, that class also has health. The mage does not have a lot of health. And when I say break everything, I mean break everything. You see there were 3 things in this table and 1 up here. That was 30 more cents. Oh, that's the thundercloud, my bad. And another 125 gold. We're already over 1,200. Okay, this room looks a little confusing. Some enemies can shoot through walls, and it's good to sort of get your bearings before you full charge a level. Like right here, I want to immediately head right, but I'm super worried about that spike block, so we might just try to kill the pupil. Oh, see, and then we jumped into that, man. This room is a very big room with lots of death awaiting us, so we're going to try to... The biggest threat here are the scouts, because the scouts, they're not that bad. Their attack is really slow. However, they can attack you from basically anywhere, and that's where the problem lies. And if you look at our map here, you'll actually see a little red rectangle. That means that is the entrance to the next level. Now... well, there goes Mrs. Lisa. Anyways, this red rectangle is the next level, and I know for a fact we're not ready to go there, so that's why I didn't. But 1,300 gold for our first run, not bad. We actually got my favorite class in the game, except we also got Antique Skeleton Key, which I'm not sure about, but I love the Archer. So what do we do with our money? Now listen, there's probably some important stuff I could get, but if we increase damage, then bam, we unlock the Boxer, and I love the Boxer class. Now we're not going to become the Boxer yet, because I do love the Archer class a little more, but that's a pretty good upgrade for us. So the Archer is pretty cool, right? You can shoot a bow and arrow. On a perfect release, you'll see it glows there. You can actually guarantee a crit. However, that's like... It's not the easiest thing in the world. But bam, just like that, guaranteeing crits. We obviously have our magic attack. It's shearing shot for this one. But this is why I love the Archer. It's that simple. The amount of things you can skip, the amount of places you can get that you shouldn't be with one simple ability is insane. And on top of that, when you're aiming, you actually slow down your fall, you'll notice. See how typically we'll go boink and then immediately start falling back down? We'll slow down a little, and if you shoot straight down, you'll go up a little. It's a pretty damn good combo for an overall really great class. I think he kind of sucks on controller, because I think aiming with a controller in general is really bad. But I love the Archer. So the Archer is pretty good. I've cleared out all these rooms already with the Archer, but now I'm going to go over and show you my absolute favorite part about the Archer. So whenever you reach a new level in Rogue Legacy 2, like here, we have the new area. This is the second area. You need some sort of item upgrade to actually be able to go to the next area. Unless, that is, if you are the Archer. The Archer has that platform, which allows him to progression break so many things. So I've already cleared this place of most of its enemies, but unfortunately this ability does have its limits. Like, let's say we tried to go this way as much as possible. We're only going to get not even halfway across, and then we can't finish that jump. So, while it is not a perfect solution that can just get across any gap in the entire game, it does allow you to do some fancy things, and now I'll go show you the actual fancy thing. So here we are. I believe this is the third level. It might be the fourth, but basically you need Aether's Wings to get over there. I believe it's like an air dash type thing, but I mean, how on earth could we possibly get over there without... Oh yeah. Now the problem being, with new levels comes new difficulties, including new enemies that are beyond difficult. So you will die a lot if you try to progression break. However, another good thing about the Archer is his ability to cheese enemies from far away. Sometimes you can get into a position where the enemies can't even physically hurt you, but you can kill them. On top of that, we do have a really good item. If you see in the bottom left corner, you can see our item. It's that second one. It makes it so every 4 seconds, our shot will actually do an AoE shot that hurts pretty much everything on the screen, which is going to make this place a little more possible. However, when you have enemies like, oh, the frickin' paintings, which are the worst one. Okay, let's just leave. Let's just leave. We know this painting's an enemy. Let's try to take care of him as soon as possible. It is all about choosing the correct enemies in the correct order, because you can just... Oh, okay, see, 65 health from getting hit. What you don't want to do ever is take unnecessary damage in this place, but the enemies will just rain gold. Sometimes it's actually worth it just to come here and die. This guy will shoot things. Okay, it doesn't look like they'll be able to hit us, though, so we can... Oh, the painting! No! But even though we did die, I did make a good sum of money that run, and money's all that matters here. Alright, so next I think we're going to take a Boxer. Boxers are pretty interesting. They're kind of difficult to play in their own way, but they also can't progression script nearly as much, which is sad. However, first things first, I got to get some more damage. And while we're on the damage train, let's also get some dexterity, raising damage on weapon crits as well, then we'll move on. So, the Boxer has his basic punching attacks, which do build a combo, and then upon getting a high enough combo, you will start destroying people. Then at your max combo, you can press your F to really deal some damage. Your F attack recharges with punches, so, you know, you can see the 3 in the top left corner, 1, 2, 3, and then you can use it. It is a pretty deadly attack. First things first, break everything. And this is, we're starting off with 110 gold already because we punched some chandeliers and boxes. It's really that easy. Okay, so the reason I consider the boxer to be slightly challenging is simply due to his melee like persona, right? In my opinion, melee classes in this game are like 10 times harder. Being able to keep your distance does basically give you almost a free win. But don't please stop touching the thorns. But you know, it can still be super strong. If you find a crack in the wall like that, you are allowed to go through it, which gives us even more money. Oh, there's a champion down here. That's not the place you want to go at all. Punch him. Okay, he should be almost dead, I believe, but we're still taking damage. I'm really bad at punching things in this game. He is all the way over there, most likely dead. Oh yeah, he's dead. The boxer is just fun. Like that. Plinky, listen. The F punch where you can just launch people in a direction is hilarious. You can also aim it. I think it's once again easier on mouse. I don't like mouse and keyboard, but for aiming things like arrows and boxer punches, it can be pretty good. You can aim it to throw enemies either against the walls or at other enemies. That's literally the wrong button. And that's what happens. Also, if you're curious on what Rogue Legacy 2 looked like way back in the day, like when it first dropped, I do have some videos out of my channel from around the time of the drop. However, they probably suck. I don't even remember them very well, but I can't imagine they're great. So there's your warning. This level is extremely annoying. I think I have somewhat of a plan, but I don't think I actually have a plan. Okay, that actually killed someone somehow. Let's just get in here. That was my plan. Great. Okay, one more punch, and then we can potentially launch this guy. I don't know if you can launch them. Oh, you totally can. We just missed. Well, that run took most of our health, but money. Remember, every run we're doing, we're upgrading our damage and stuff more and more and more, so the next run is going to be even easier. So don't feel bad about dying a lot at the beginning. That's fine. Listen, you die and then you get strong, so it works out in the end. Also, you can build your combo off spike balls, though they do push you around quite a lot, and then your combo will deplete quickly, so destroy all targets, no jumping. I can't imagine this is actually possible right now. Can we... Okay, yeah, we can shift jump. And it's that easy. You can't jump on the way back. It's not easy at all. They gypped me. Oh. The amount of dodging that just went on is phenomenal. Oh, I'm so used to... I don't know. That Archer run lasted like a fair bit of time. And I'm so used to... Oh, just jumping the spikes. Being able to aim where I want that I keep trying to punch downwards, which isn't actually an option. Oh, the fire. I never examine a room before walking into it. I just run straight into the fire. It's really... It's a great mentality. Ooh, 2 items. No idea what that is, but it costs 0 resolve. This costs 25, so I'm going to assume it's better. What about 50%? Okay, so I don't think that applies to us. What's math? I don't know. That probably doesn't apply to us, but if we get some heals and stuff, we'll be dealing a little bit more damage, which I do like. Oh, there was no recovery there. The second I started punching that guy, I was like, yeah, this is over. Oh, gotta go. Yoink! The F attack is so great. It's just so great. Being able to just blast anyone straight into a wall, you can't argue with that. We did find our way to the second area, but because we're not the Archer, I don't think there's any way we can possibly cross that gap, so we're just gonna move on. Okay, there's a free chest up here. We just have to not get hit. And look at that, even more money. So I see a really tall room here. However, I don't see a way to possibly get up there. Once again, if we were the Archer, we would be up there right now. Alright, a choice of 2 items yet again. This one just looks prettier, so we're going to choose it. Game 1, that's pretty bad. I've used my magic spell once, and it barely did anything. So, yeah, that could be better. These enemies are not only the worst for like 90% of the characters, but definitely one of the worst for the boxers. Unless they're standing still, I can't do anything against them. Alright, I see a chest in this room, and I am not leaving without it. Even more money, up to 1,500 with the boxer. And I want to point out, we didn't get much more with the Archer, to be fair. But I also didn't full clear the first floor with the Archer. If you're going for maximum money, I swear, Archer, first floor full clear, then just go straight up, and you'll get a good sum of money. Got hit a little, but that's fine. We're going to knock them both that way so we deal with those enemies. Okay, once again, basically submitting myself to guaranteed take damage right there, but, you know, sometimes the pain is worth the gain. Oh, that was a wombo combo, and I almost died. We're on a very low amount of HP. We've almost full cleared the entire first floor. If we can do that, I'll be happy, but also at the same time, we probably are just going to die to something stupid. I don't even... Okay, I was going to say, I'm not even sure if we can physically break these twigs, but we totally could. Last enemy in this room is this skeleton, which shouldn't be the worst, but we're throwing... Oh, please die. Okay, 6 HP to my name. What's going on in this room? Nothing fun. Oh, my KO punch did not reach him. I blame the game. I really thought we were almost done with the first area, but it just keeps going, and it keeps going. It just does not stop. Here's an area where we might die, but listen, you're not gonna... There's a chest over here. I don't care if I could die. I'm gonna go for it. That's all the enemies clear from this room. The only thing that can kill me in this room right now is if I walk on spikes. So let's try not to do that. Okay, this is interesting. So, this is that permanent progression thing that I stumbled upon earlier. We basically can go in here, and it'll regain all my health, so I'm going to do it. But, we have a bit of a challenge room in here where we have to complete a few objectives. So you'll see here, it's just teaching us about dashing. But now, if we beat this, we will unlock the ability to dash mid-air, which I would love. I'm really scared of this guy, because if he dashes while those fires are on, we basically lose. I'm still playing like I have actually 0 HP, forgetting that I've gained my HP back. Okay, moving on, but I am very scared. I remember, like, some of this from back when I did it, very early access, but I feel like it hasn't changed. Maybe it has, but I remember this. I also do remember watching someone do this, to be fair, and that could be where I'm remembering it from. Oh, okay, see here, I actually remember getting hit to this quite a large number of times. I think we're almost done. I think we're going to beat this. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling pretty confident about this one. Oh, no, you just dashed off the edge. It looks like you don't take damage in here, though, which is interesting, because I swear I remember dying in here a couple times. And just like that, we have obtained the mid-air dash. More important than obtaining the in-the-air dash, we've recovered all of our HP. Dashing is cool, but having health, as you can see by me throwing it away, is obviously much more cool. Dude, you gotta... Okay, I gotta remember that traps, like, exist, and I always look at them and go, nah, that's not a problem. Ooh, but because we have that dash, as I might have mentioned earlier, I forget, we can open the boss door. Are we going to go to the boss? Yes, but let me just quickly speedrun clearing out the rest of the floor real quick. These Plinkies are in a really awkward spot. Okay, there is a champion that I am seeing, and this makes me very nervous. Oh, I wish it wasn't so high up there. Do I even go after this thing, or do I simply, Now listen. What? You were frozen! Okay, that thing is almost dead. You physically can't give up on it now. Okay, one more hit. I'm just going to go with my magic attack. I don't really feel like I use it for anything anyway. Alright, we lost most of our HP to that thing, so I think now's as good of a time as any to go and fight that boss. Oh, jumping on spikes, the classic. Grind zero move right there. It's honestly a bit of a power play. It's like saying, hey game, fuck you, I don't need health. And here we are at last. Estuary Lamech, the first boss in the game. So, I am really, really, really bad at this fight. In fact, like, I will die right away if I'm not playing a ranged character. You know what? At the end of the day, we cleared that many rooms and made 2,300 gold. And yeah, maybe I sacrificed, like, several, and I mean several generations worth of my family, but at the end of the day, I'm rich, so what does it matter?